Hi everyone, welcome to this video, and in this video we are going to see our last part of Network Services 2 room in TryHackMe, which is MySQL, and it's all about the database and how to enumerate and exploit the MySQL. Let's start with this room. So MySQL is a relational database management system which we know as RDBMS system, and it is based on SQL language, which is structured query language. RDBMS is kind of database which chooses organized data sets known as tables. So every table in related to some other table in a way with a primary key or some other keys. So basically this is a database management system. As you can see that MySQL can run on various platforms. It can run on Linux, it can run on Windows. It is commonly used as a back-end database. If you want to study more about MySQL, I will link a website below in the description. You can go ahead and read and know that what all queries which exist in a MySQL database, a structured query language. In the TryHackMe room, we have also a couple of links to some of the articles here. So we can directly jump onto our task. So first is what type of software is MySQL? So as we saw earlier that it is a relational database management system. We can copy this actually and we can paste it below. Which language which MySQL uses is structured query language or SQL. Communication model which MySQL uses, if you see, it uses a client server communication model. So the answer for this will be client server. The next is the common application of MySQL. As we saw earlier, the common application is back-end database. So it is used as a back-end database. Then the major social network uses MySQL as their back-end. This will require further research. If we go to hint, who was involved in the Cambridge Analytica scandal? That was Facebook. So yeah, Facebook is kind of it's scary. So yeah, Facebook will be the answer. Then we will try to enumerate the MySQL. So for this also we will use our Metasploit. You can see that we are going to assume that you found the credential root and password is password. So if these kind of simple credentials are used, then to enumerate the database becomes very easy. So we generally try to, as a system administrator or as a security engineer, we try to use multiple password in a database or a combination of keys, small letter, capital letters, and all of those. One more thing, if you are going to try to exploit a MySQL database, then you have to install a default MySQL client in your Linux machine. So I have already installed it, but if you haven't installed that, so you can do this with this command. Yeah, it is by default on both Kali and Parrot, so no need to worry. First thing, as always, we will do an nmap to this, and we'll try to find out which port is using MySQL. So as you can see, my VPN is connected. I will just start the machine. Sorry, I forgot. So we'll wait for a couple of minutes till the machine starts. So we have the IP address for the machine. We are just going to copy this, Control C. You can do, and in Kali do a simple nmap. No need to put anything complicated here. We'll do a simple nmap and we'll try to find out the port which MySQL uses. And we have the port which is 3306. So this port is open, so 3306 will be our answer. Then we think that we have a set of credentials. Yeah, we have root and password. So we can use this MySQL H IP and username P password. So MySQL H IP address will be this, and our I think username is root. Username is root, and I'll press enter. It will, oh sorry, password, yeah. We have to put this -p at the last, and the password is I think administrator. No, okay, password is just password. Okay, so password. Yes, we are inside this MySQL. We have the credentials, so we just logged in. I'm just going to open up a new tab on which we can perform some actions with Metasploit, and we have done this step. Now we know that our login credentials works. Let's quit out of that session. Okay, exit and launch the Metasploit. So I'm just going to use a next step. Sudo msf console is the command for Metasploit, as I previously told you in the last video of this playlist. So it will take some time to start. And see here, we are going to be using this MySQL SQL module. So first we have to search for this, and what 3 options need to set. We have to list the options here. So I'm just going to copy this module. Okay, Metasploit has started. I will search for this module, MySQL SQL. This is the module. To use that, press use 0. We are in the SQL, and if we press options, so we have to set password, username, and okay, password, rhost, and username. So that would be password, rhost, and username. That is the correct answer. Now we will set everything and run the exploit. So first we set the password as administrator. Okay, password is password is just password. Now we are going to set the rhost, which is the IP address. IP address is 10.10.153.201. 10.10.153.201. We have set the rhost. Now we are going to set the username, which will be our root. So if we now go to the options, we have set it everything, and either you can press run or you can press exploit. So I'm just going to use exploit. Okay, module completed. We have find out the version of the SQL. So by default the statement will be select version, because this is MySQL SQL module. So we have now the version. I think we can copy this from here, and we can go back to the TryHackMe and paste this version name. Yeah, it's correct. Great. Now we know our exploit is landing as planned. Let's try to gain some more ambitious information. Change the SQL option to show databases and how many databases are written. So for that, if we go back to the options, right, now the command is set to select version. We have to set our SQL as show databases. So I will set this as show databases, and now I will again exploit, and yeah, we have 4 databases here. So one is information scheme, one is MySQL, one is performance schema, and one is sys. So actually we have 4 databases. Okay, it's correct. Now it's time to exploit this MySQL server. So first let's check the sanity before moving to try to exploit the database fully and gain some more sensitive information. We have to search and select this module, which is MySQL schema dump, and we have to paste the module full name here. So I will exit from this. I will again run a Metasploit in a separate session. It will take couple of seconds. Okay, Metasploit has started. I will do again search for the module name, which will be MySQL schema dump. This is the full module name, which we can copy from here and we can paste it in here. So this is our full module name. You have done this a few more times. Yes, we have done in the last couple of videos. So set the relevant option and run the exploit. So let's see the options. So we have to set, first we have to use this, right? So search this, use 0. Now we have to actually set the options. So I will search options. So password, rhost, and username. So set password will be our password. Set username will be our root, and set our host will be our IP address. So it is 10.10.153.201. Everything looks good, and we can press exploit. Okay, so exploit has ran, and the last table which is here is this one, X weights global by latency. So we just going to copy this name and we will paste it here. This is correct answer. Awesome. You have now done the tables and column names of the whole database. Yes, but we can do one better. Search for and select the MySQL hash dump module. We are going to again use another module which is MySQL hash dump, and we are going to dump the hashes of the user. So that sounds really good. I'm going to search for this module. So this is the full module name of hash dump, MySQL hash dump. So I will just copy this module name and we can paste it here and submit it. Again, I will let you take it from here, set the relevant option, run the exploit. So we are going to use this exploit to use 0. See, it changes to MySQL hash dump. We will be having some options here: password, rhost, and username. I'm going to set all the relevant options. So now exploit all this. Yep, it dumped all the hashes here. If you can see, if I just maximize this a bit, it dumped hashes for all the users: root, MySQL, MySQL Debian, root, Carl. So it says what non-default user stand out to you. So the user will be root is default, MySQL, these are default, Debian says these are default, root is default. This Carl, this user seems like a new one. This Carl actually stand out to us. So we are just going to press that, yes. And now what we are going to do, we are going to copy the hash and then on our local machine on hash.txt. Again, going to use a new tab. Okay, so I'm going to create a new file, hash.txt, and Carl, and then his dump hash, which is this one. So I'm just going to paste all of it from the Carl to this. I'm going to copy this, I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to exit from this file. So now we have our hash which is dumped here on hash.txt file. The combination is this one actually. So this is correct. Now we need to crack the password. So we will use John the Ripper, using John space hash.txt. So in John we have to put John space options and space password files. So what we are going to do, John hash.txt, and then user share word list rawq.txt. Now it is trying to guess the password from that rawq.txt. So let's see if it finds out or not. So after loading the password, we have to type this command, which will John space -show and then the file hash.txt. And as soon as we run this, one password hash cracked, which is Carl, and password is doggy. So we are just going to copy this. So we have the password of the user now, which is doggy. So I'm just going to copy this user, which we will submit here. And now with the password, we can SSH into machine. So SSH-i -i doesn't work here. Yeah, SSH Carl @ IP address. Yes, it will ask for password, which is DOGGIE. Yes, we have entered inside the users, basically inside the machine with the SSH. And now if we press ls, we have this mysql.txt, which is, I suppose, is the flag. So from now on, I will hide this thing, get mysql.txt. This is our flag. I'm just going to copy this from here and I'm just going to paste this and I will submit it and I will open up the next one. So we understood MySQL, we enumerated MySQL, we exploited MySQL. So now I think we are pretty much done. I think one task which is missed is, okay, this one. Okay, now we are pretty much completed with this room, which is network services 2. So if you haven't watched last 2 videos of this playlist covers all of this network services 2, how do we work and how do these services actually work. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one with some other playlist or with some new TryHackMe rooms, or even the hack the box ones. So thank you for watching, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye. Take care.